90% of businesses fail, and only 1.1% of businesses ever reach 7 figures. Why? It's not because the founders leading them lack hustle, or they lack smarts, or they're not working hard enough. No, it's because they've never mastered the one system that drives everything else, which is their mind. See, you're probably have been sold a dangerous lie, which is that success comes to those who grind harder than everyone else. But here's what typically happens when you try to out-hustle everybody else. You wake up motivated, you push through distractions, you sacrifice weekends, you skip rest, and eventually you break. You don't break dramatically though, but quietly, in the form of procrastination, of indecision, of mental fatigue. And things still get done, don't get me wrong. You can still move forward, but at a high cost. Everything feels harder than it needs to be. And eventually, you stall. Your business hits a plateau, and this is where most people end up burning out and quitting. The reason why you're stuck is deeper than you thought. See, if you're like me, you've been sold that in order to grow, you need the right mentor, the perfect funnel, the better ad script, or the YouTube strategy that will finally unlock everything. So you try those tactics, you tweak your plans, you work as hard as you can, and yet nothing really changes. Nothing really lasts enough. You're always chasing the next tactic. That tells me that the problem is not knowledge. The problem is not being able to consistently handle the work that is required to win. Even smart, high IQ, talented founders hit a ceiling, not because they're broken, but because they never rewire the patterns that control their performance. Patterns that default to comfort, to distraction, to chaos, to low-level tasks disguised as productivity. Let me say this clearly. You never rise to the level of your plans, you fall to the level of your subconscious patterns. The solution in business at any point is to work on what matters at the right intensity for as long as you need to eventually deserve the outcome you want. See, the problem is that the brain is not wired for this. The brain craves familiarity and resists discomfort. So if you do not train it, it's going to do everything in its power to move you away from what matters most, because what matters most typically is the most painful. Things like procrastination, when you start delaying hard decisions, not because you're lazy, but because your nervous system is not ready to handle those. Or when you hesitate, when you overthink, when you catastrophize, you have those loops in your head telling you, what if you fail? Or when you fall for distractions, when you start your day with a plan and end up inside your inbox. Or when you fall for negativity, when your mind is consistently manufacturing fear-based negative thoughts. See, these are not productivity issues. You do not solve this through their latest app or template. You solve this by deep mental rewiring, because these are deep subconscious patterns. And if you do not rewire them, they become your ceiling. Let me show you a real example. See, one of my clients, let's call him Michael, is a very successful agency owner. He's technically brilliant and he's making a lot of money. But every Monday, he has this airtight plan that by Wednesday is not working anymore because he's deep in busy work, putting out fires. The issue is not time management. The issue is that he's not executing the things that matter most. He has not rewired his mind to actually do the things he knows he needs to do. When we started working together, this was commonplace. Within 3 weeks, he was already finishing the most important things he needed to do every week by about Tuesday. This is not magic, it's neuroscience, specifically neuroplasticity. Your brain's ability to rewire itself to accommodate new thoughts, emotions, and behavior, those that are most aligned with your goals. And this is the key behind elite entrepreneur success. It's not hustle, it's neuroplasticity. It's their ability to rewire their mind and their automatic subconscious patterns to actually like doing the work they know they need to do. So they end up actually doing it. They don't rely on willpower. They don't try harder. Instead, they train their internal system to stay calm under pressure while others panic, to make fast data-driven decisions while most overthink every move, that recover quickly from failure while most end up defaulting to fear, and execute automatically while most procrastinate. See, they don't hope to perform. They install peak performance as their baseline. So when something flops, they don't spiral. They just analyze the data same day and they try again. See, this is the outcome of having a mind that is wired for peak performance, because then elite execution becomes effortless. And if you're still watching, You already know this isn't about another hack. This is more than just a how-to video. This is about really transforming who you are, which is what we do here at Selfmastered. And if you really want to rewire your mind in about 6 weeks to radically upgrade how you think, feel, decide, and execute, not with hype, but with actual science and precision-based protocols, book a call with us. Let me leave you with this. You don't need more information. You need to change the system that controls your execution. Because if your mind keeps resisting the hard stuff, overthinking every move and second guessing every step, guess what is going to happen? Nothing. You're going to stay stuck. And what's worse is that if you stay stuck for too long, you may even be tempted to think that stuck is your default behavior. This is called learned helplessness. Don't do that. Right now, your brain is running on factory settings, seeking dopamine, defaulting to save, avoiding discomfort. But you can transform yourself into the elite founder that consistently leans on the hard things and enjoys them, which virtually guarantees success. If you truly want to join the 1.1% and reach 7-figure status as fast as humanly possible, you need to build a 7-figure mind. I've put together a 41-page protocol called the New Execution Protocol that is going to teach you exactly step by step how we transform our clients' minds. Read it and apply what is in there. And if you want our one-on-one help, book a call with us. If we have slot, we'll be happy to help you. See you in the next video.